Commanders at Ravens, Ben. This is my intriguing game of the week, so I'm not going to play around and act like there's other games.
What? You made a decision?
This is it,
Oh my
especially with
God.
a bias plus score of only three, and it favors the Commanders. Oh, man. Neither defense is anything to write home about necessarily.
Uh,
Um, when
well,
you look
since we
at
say
it,
neither defense is anything to write home about,
no,
you got
Baltimore
to give me.
ranked 26 in points allowed, and the Commanders are ranked 21st. Baltimore's giving up 25.2, and the Commanders are giving up 23. So there should be some points scored in this game.
Oh boy. Well, the surprising Washington Commanders are 4-1 at this moment. Ravens, who will be at home in Baltimore, are 3-2. So the Commanders can all wake up Sunday morning, jump in their cars, and drive over to Baltimore for this game. Jaden Daniels didn't have his most accurate day last week, but he did throw for 283 yards. He did throw for one touchdown. He did have one interception. However, he also ran 11 times for 82 yards. Again, I said this a week or two ago. I forget what game it was. Those are Lamar Jackson numbers. Okay. This is going to be a really good game, man. I agree with you. This got to be the intriguing game. His 82 yards rushing contributed to the team's total of 215 yards on the ground. They also scored three more touchdowns on the ground. And defensively, they pounded the crap out of Deshaun Watson, beat him into submission, 7 sacks, 11 quarterback hits. Oh boy, I'm telling you,
Hey, Ben, as,
yeah,
as much as the both of them are in the lower half on defense, again, Washington is ranked first in offense, averaging 31 points per game. Guess who's number two?
right, yeah.
Baltimore,
This should be a
29.4 points per game.
really good high scoring game. The
Oh my
Ravens
goodness, I'm
and
telling
speaking
you.
of high scoring, the Ravens have already revved up their engine too. They played the Bengals last week. It was a knockdown, drag out battle in Cincinnati. They traded touchdown passes back and forth, but Lamar led his team to a 41-38 victory with four scores through the air, and he contributed to a solid total of 175 yards on the ground. That's everybody. That's Justice Hill. That's Derrick Henry. Everybody got a little bit of that 175. Justin Tucker tied it up and sent it to overtime at the end of the game. Cincinnati was holding their own. They were banging. The game went to overtime, and then they won it with a 24-yard field goal by Justin Tucker. I think I am going to go with the Ravens on this one. I know that may be an unpopular pick while everybody's loving on Jaden Daniels right now, but this is a big test for Baltimore. I think they will come through. I think Lamar will take the challenge of a guy who looks like he could be the next Lamar.
You know, this again, intriguing game because the bias is so close and because we see such similarities in these two teams, offensively and defensively. I thought about you. I was listening to again sports talk on TV, and I believe it was Stink who said that John Harbaugh, when asked about Derrick Henry and how they were going to use him, said, I didn't bring him here to run him 30 times a game, which I thought about you and what you said about what he needs to be running at least 25 points a game. When I heard that, Benny, I went back and researched it. So I found him being quoted as saying that. So this isn't some meme or something that somebody made up. But what he
That's
said
crazy.
was, what he was basically saying was, we have, and he started naming all of their skilled players. In other words, he was saying, we're going to have balance here. We're going to, all of these guys are going to get some touch.
Okay.
And that's what he was kind of saying. So at the end, we're not going to give him 30 times. But like you were saying, they got to give it to him somewhere between 20 and 25 times just to set the tone for the other team.
First of all, he's a great closer.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah.
Second of all, he's at his best when he gets lots of carries because he gets better and better and better, and he wears your defense down single handedly. He's that guy. That's what he does. People go, you don't want to run your running back into the ground because this guy spends $20,000 a year on his diet. This guy's a machine. And I understand you want to bounce. I'm talking to John Harbaugh right now. I understand you. I understand you want to balance attack, bro. But you're not even throwing the ball to Mark Andrews. Your best receiver is Zay Flowers, who's actually probably be a number two on most teams. Your number two receiver is Rashad Bateman, who might get 3 targets a game. You don't have a balanced offense. Your offense is Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and a little Isaiah Likely sprinkled in. That's your offense. So that's what you need to do. I know you want to be balanced. Guess what? If they're smart, they'll go all in for Devontae Adams.
Oh,
Then you got a legit number one. That makes Flowers better. You see what I'm saying? That now you got a
Devontae
balanced
to the
offense.
Ravens. What a concept.
But if they don't do that, then they need to give him the ball at least a minimum of 25 times. I'll say a minimum of 20 times. If he gets 20 carries and five catches, 25 touches, they're going to be
Especially like
hard
you
to
said,
beat.
if a lot of if a good number of those touches are in closeout time, because he will close that game
Yes,
out for them, and that's
yes,
that's when you need your power game. You know what I mean?
yes,
So
yes.
okay, all right. So you're going against the bias, going with the Ravens,
Mm-hmm.
and then say it with me, the Commanders. Gotta say it right, Betty. Come on, the
Come on, man.
Commanders. Oh my God, Ben. Raiders at